This is Akandace. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome back to my channel. These are two maps of Africa. The map on the right is Africa today. The map on the left is Africa way back when. On this map also, there are 3 regions identified. These 3 regions are, according to scientists and researchers who have determined to find out and to let people know where they come from by a haplogroup. So the region in the south is Haplogroup A. Sudan is Haplogroup B. Ethiopia is Haplogroup E. The map on the left shows different colors for regions. And this is because mixture of groups have occurred. Even though the regions are still quite separate, the map on the right is better for demonstration of how migration occurred or mixture. For example, Ethiopia. Ethiopia have 2 separate groups to emerge. One is B1B1A and the other is B1B1B. And I have a list of these on the mixture map of the different groups and how they are combined. A, genetics, and E1B1B, genetics. And what I mean by that is E1B1A is a set of markers that the father had, and it goes on to the son. From Ethiopia, this is the Nile River. People migrated from the south, of course, as you can see on this map, how the south has increased. So on this map, people are migrating up the rivers. In this case, the Nile River that extends into the Nile Valley, incorporating Sudan up to Egypt. People migrated and then out to the Levant. The earlier migration I described was E1B1B. E1B1A remains were found between Egypt and Sudan. And from this area, E1B1A genetics trail moved into Chad and then into Nigeria. They stayed there for some time. With these people came agriculture. They had ironwork ability. They were foragers. And they also brought with them to Nigeria the form of a hoe that is used for farming. From Nigeria, this is called the African diaspora. These people became known as the Bantu speaking population, they had a different set of markers from the original people that moved to Nigeria. Over time, these markers developed. The Bantu-speaking people spread centrally towards Ethiopia. They spread southernly into southern Africa. And they continue to take agriculture and farming with them. Also, ironwork. So to sum everything up, Ethiopia produced two groups of people that shaped Africa. And of course, the South shaped the world, because it was from this group that went all over the world. And this group somewhat went over the world, but not like the South. E1B1B covered all of North Africa. E1B1A, who were probably in this area, also mixed with 1B1B to cover this area. Some people disagree with that. They say the Natufians, who were E1B1B, did not have E1B1A genetics. But I have a chart that I will show later that have traces of E1B1A. I was so excited to find that out, because it's important that Africa as a continent brought innovation forward. And it wasn't just one group of people. It was the entire continent. E1B1A and E1B1B worked the north part of the continent, including the west, and south or southern Africa worked the rest of the continent. And I hope this explains when I say from now on, speaking of genetics, because I'm going to be talking about who is in Egypt in the next video. You will be amazed. You really, really are going to be shocked, excited, and some of you are not going to receive it. And it is worth knowing about Africa. And I hope you will stay with me as we continue the journey from Africa to beyond, including the Levant, South India, India itself, then Pakistan, on until we reach around the world. Thank you. Which country do you think you came from? Please leave it in my comments. And if you like, we can discuss it some more, because, of course, you know Africa has a lot of gold and a lot of different metals, and rich with a lot of different properties. So leave me a comment. Thank you.